So now we're going left hand at the knees, right hand, pound it.
Tyler has a lot of experience in the G League, also the NBA, but his first time coaching women here on Becky's staff.
Coaching's it's in my blood, so to speak, and my dad had an extreme impact on that. He's been a coach for over my whole life, so over almost 35 years. And seeing the impact that he's had on young men that still today acknowledge that, seeing that is something that I wanted to be able to experience and be a part of.
For me, when I was in school, in college, I think the most important thing for me at that point was I was thinking about what it was I wanted to do when I finished. And I thought about my coaches, and I thought about individuals that were just important, impactful individuals to me. And I said, man, if I can have that opportunity to have an impact on someone else, then I want to find the best way that I can do that. I think one of the most important things for me was to be as authentic as I possibly could. I wanted to make sure that those kids understood that the same Coach Marsh that you see on the floor and you see in his office, if you run into him at the movies, at the grocery store, he's going to be consistent. I think that's so, so important. I think Tyler's direction was, man, I see what my dad is doing, and I see how my dad is influencing other people, and I think he got bit by that coaching bug. I think he saw it and he felt it, and he could see himself having an impact, and I think that's kind of carried him from this point. I'm so proud of him because, again, he's done it the right way.
There's a picture of him and his dad, and they both have on their ties, and that's his hero. He consults with him a lot. I mean, they talk about basketball every time they're on the phone.
You know, like any young kid, like they want to play in the NBA. And then you realize you're not that good, and so you start coaching.
I've always been a big defensive guy. That's been me. That's I guess where I made my reputation and so forth. And he is the exact opposite. I said, I don't know where you came from when it comes to this, but his mind was creative. He liked to draw up stuff. He knew how to develop players. He knew how to get players better. He wouldn't come in right away and just say, okay, we're gonna do this, 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 and this. He'd watch him, and then he'd say, okay, here's how we can make him better. Here's how we can do this. And I think that's really, really when I saw, now this guy wants to do this, and this guy's gonna be pretty good at it.
I love the NBA, but I didn't want to be in the NBA just to say that I was in the NBA. I wanted to make an impact while I was there. I feel like that I was able to develop some relationships with coaches and with players and with administration within the two franchises that I've worked for.
When he was leaving the Pacers after his second year, and in the last game of the year, Rick Carlisle gives him the game ball in their last game. And that said everything, it said an awful lot to me. He took me back in the back. He wanted me to actually meet Rick and talk to him. And when I did, he said, listen, he said he's special. All he needs is his voice. He needs to find his voice. And being with Becky is going to allow him to find his voice.
Just try to laugh out loud one time.
If there's one thing that San Antonio taught me a lot was just different experiences, different set of eyes, different journeys matter. I just went after people who I thought had great minds, were great workers, and people who had a passion for investing in other people, and Tyler definitely fit that bill.
It's another situation to where I'm just now going from coaching the best, greatest men in the world to the greatest women in the world. And it's still basketball. These women are still elite at what they do. And now it's my job to kind of leave an impact here in the best way possible and help them get to another level and help this team and this organization get to another level.
Tyler is passionate about everything. He's passionate about being the best possible coach he can be. He's passionate about being the best husband he can be. He's passionate about being the best father he can be. That's what means the most to him, is developing those relationships and being intentional with them.
I've been blessed to grow up with two parents who showed me unconditional love and support, as well as my sister. And
For me, it was by having that example, I knew that when the time came to be a father, that I had the blueprint to do it in a way that could be my own, but that I would be successful in doing so.
To have Jackson Cade on championship day was unbelievable. I mean, what a miracle, what a blessing that was, and to see them, and to now have this opportunity to watch my grandson grow and see this family kind of grow and develop. They always tell you that you love your kids, but your grandkids, it's a whole different kind of love, and they are 100% right. Jackson he's created another level of love as far as I'm concerned.
Being around the aces, it gives another set of not just helping hands, but another set of people that he can look up to, regardless of gender, regardless of role. That's what you want. You don't really aspire him to grow up and be a great athlete. If he does, awesome, but you want him to be a great person first and foremost.
Give us a fit, like a fit. Oh, she's fitted. Yeah, because she's going to eat it though. But come get to the knees, okay?
You come right into it, probably going to be a slip out. Okay, so sprint into it hard.
One thing that attracted me to Tyler was his passion and his vision and his faith. And I see that every single day when he gets up and goes to the gym. This is not him clocking in and clocking out. So when I see him win these championships, it's well deserved.
First and foremost, it's about relationships. I think that it's hard to be a good coach if you're not good at cultivating relationships with your players, with your staff. And I think that you're able to impact and be more influential that way. Players are able to open up more to you. People in general are able to open up more to you when they feel like you have a sincere affinity for them, a sincere love, a sincere appreciation for what they do and who they are, most importantly.
Talked a lot about Jackie Young, and changing her shot, Tyler Marsh really helped her game and her shot last year, one side of her body. That's where she was shooting from.
And he minimized the movement, which reduces the room for error. And you see the results have definitely paid off.
Tyler's in charge of player development. You know, so the off season, they spend a lot of time together. He puts together a program. Of course, Jackie shows up and works her butt off every day.
We spent a lot of time before practice, after practice, with watching film and breaking down the film for me, staying in the gym extra for me, just until I feel good.
Jackie Young, one of the best three-point shooters in the WNBA, gets it started.
During the games, if I shoot a shot and it's just like, oh, maybe I missed it or it just didn't feel right, I'll talk to him about it. I mean, he's just helped me like tremendously.
Jackie is the best two-way player in the league.
That's the impact, and to be at this level and to see a person grow that much in that short a period of time and feel like you had a big part to do with that, man, that's really special. There's no number you can put on that. There's no amount of money you can put on that.
But that's the beauty of being able to be around her and to work with her, is that there's so much more potential to tap into and to get to. And she's slowly but surely uncovering that, and that confidence is coming out as well. You look back to game one of the New York finals. I think she had an N1 in front of their bench, and she flexed right in front of their bench, and everybody was like, where the heck did this come from? So her personality coming out in those moments is a testament to her being more confident as a player, and a confident Jackie is a dangerous one. Before every game, I'll speak to her and I'll be like, backseat to nobody. Like, this year, you're as good as anybody else on this court.
Jackie Young, she's got a new career high. Oh, come on, Jackie.
One of the reasons she's on the Olympic team.
We just have that bond, you know, and that's somebody that, like, I don't know, like, I'm super like happy for him to see his success, and I know how much work that we've put in, and so like just seeing us be able to accomplish things together is just something that definitely makes me emotional, almost emotional now, you know, just talking about it.
She has been a steady, consistent force offensively, and she has just been, I think, the X factor for them.
I told him at one point, I said, man, you might want to consider retiring, man. 3 championships, coaching NBA and WNBA All-Star games, man, what the heck? You know, I've been doing this for 40 plus years, and I got some NCAA tournaments here and some NITs here, but what you've been able to accomplish, what you've been involved in, has been incredible.
Yeah, I think that's the feeling that you get when you feel like you're living in your purpose, and when you're living amongst your faith, and when you're surrounded by people who believe in the same things that you believe in, who believe in what you're capable of doing. It gives you a sense of welcoming. When you work for someone who values who you are and what you do, it's a great feeling.
I say to him, you were born to do this, man. You really were. You were born to do this. You were born to impact people. You were born to do some special things. It's just really neat to see that from something that happened when he was really little and watching me do, he has still continued to carry on at the highest level. It's really special.